Hey guys, this is Crazy Keon and welcome back to Hanging with the Hazes. And remember we talked about RVIA and that whole thing about trailers, campers, all of those things being certified. Well, here's part 2 to that, because today I got, guess who? You got it, Cousin Dave. He's going to talk to you about RVI certification. However, he's going to compare it to his expert build right here on Hanging with the Hazes. All right, so as promised, we got Cousin Dave here. Dave, come on over.
Hey, how you doing?
All right, so really quick, Dave, while you got a quick second and we're enjoying this fire, by the way, happy field day to all of our amateur radio brothers and sisters out there. We're out here doing field day as well, but while we were here, we did want to talk about, again, Dave's custom build. Now, me personally, I think it was an expert build, but you never know. I mean, he might feel something different. So we're just going to ask him a couple questions and then we're going to show it off, what he did and how he made camping efficient for him. So quick question for you. What gave you the idea to do the build in the first place? Plain
and simple, I didn't like the way the trailers are being built. There's really nothing spectacular about them. They're built on cheap wood, staples, and glue.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know, I want something that's maintainable. If it breaks, I want to be able to fix it.
Got you. And do you think that a lot of the newer units that are out there are fixable?
I would say it depends. Depends on the company. Without actually seeing their construction, it's impossible to tell.
Now, do you think the RVIA certifications, are they worth their weight in gold, or in some cases, are they a crock of crap?
It's really hard to judge for one simple reason. Like we discussed before, they certify a model, not a procedure to put it together. Mm-hmm. They don't warranty anything. They don't actually do anything. But what they do is they advocate for the campers. They're trying to make it better for everybody. Great, great.
So let's dig into your build a little bit. Let's see what we got. And he's going to show you the ins and outs of how to do it the right way, should you decide to do it yourself. All right, so before we go too deep into the build, Dave, I see you got the solar thing set up. Explain to us how you did this and why you decided to go in that direction.
I like redundancy.
Okay.
Like, for example, the sun, can't think of what it's called. But yeah, the power went out today.
Okay.
Well, we would have lost the refrigerator, everything in it. Mm-hmm. We'd definitely lost the air conditioner for a while.
Right.
But this system, I have it set up to where I can just unplug everything, plug it into the inverter, and now I'm right back up and running again.
And when you decided to do this, what steps did you have to take and what equipment did you have to buy?
There's a lot of calculations to figure out what you want to run.
Okay.
You need to know that before you can start anything else.
Okay.
You need to know how much power you're going to draw. You need to know about what size battery bank you're going to need. Mm-hmm. One calculation will lead to another, that'll lead to another. And then eventually you get to the point where you find out how much you need, how much panel you need to run it, how big of a charge controller you need to control everything to keep it from going up in flames.
Okay. Now, talk to us about the charge controller, because that's located inside of here.
Right.
Well, what does the charge controller do? Because a lot of people have heard that term, but they don't exactly know what it is.
Charge controller kind of oversees the batteries.
Okay.
There's different kinds. You have one called a PWM, pulse width modulation, and it essentially is a switch. Turns on, turns off, turns on, turns off. It connects your battery to the panels, and then it disconnects them.
Wipe on, wipe off. Y'all got that?
It's about as bare bones simple as you can get.
Okay.
Not really my favorite kind, but people use them and they do work.
Okay.
And then you got the kind like I got, MPPT.
Okay.
Maximum power point tracking.
Okay.
It'll take excess voltage from your panels. Mm-hmm. Say this setup I have up here now is putting out 50 volt in bright sun.
Okay.
My battery bank's only 12 volt. So what it's doing, it's converting that extra voltage into amperage to charge the batteries. So if you look at my charge when it's running, again, we can't do it now, but it showed earlier this morning, 54 volts, I think it was, off the panel, and about 2.5 amp. But at the battery output side of it, it was showing 12 volt and almost 20 amp. So it takes all that extra voltage, turns into chargeable amperage. Makes the system far more efficient.
Now, is that much more expensive?
Generally, yeah.
And when you say much more expensive, are we talking, if we had to put it in a percentage wise, are we talking 50 or 60% more than a basic setup, or are we talking something significantly more?
In most cases, at least in my case, significant more.
Okay.
Because I went with the higher end things, because I wanted the Bluetooth capability, I wanted networking capability.
Okay.
The way I have my system set up, all the individual components talk to each other.
Okay.
And if I wanted to expand, I get one from the same manufacturer. I can tell it to join the network, and then it'll calculate total output.
And we'll put that right here in the comments so you'll know where to get that. And what brand is it that you picked up?
I specifically like Victron.
Okay.
Yeah, they're a little more expensive.
Okay.
But their systems, at least for me, it just works. You plug it in, a couple of quick numbers, and you're working.
Folks, y'all hear that? It works. So let's dig into it a little bit more. All right, now here we see that you have your power coming into the trailer. Explain to us what you have here and how you have it set up.
All right. The way I set this up, again, comes back to redundancy.
Okay.
Because I like to do things a certain way. The way I have my plug set up, I can use 120 or 240. That's exactly what this does. It ties the two phases together.
Okay.
When it's on 110. If I decide to go with 240, it splits it. It's all handled inside on the panel.
Okay.
I have it set up like this, so I can actually take this cord off if I want to and run directly off a generator. We plug a generator cord on there.
Okay.
It bolts right up to it, or
Okay.
it connects right up to it. Also, this way, you got a little bit of copper safety, so if somebody just don't walk off with it when you're not having anywhere around your trailer.
Okay.
Unplug this, coil it up, throw it inside.
Okay, cool. And I see that you have the Anderson power plug thing happening down there. What's that?
Top plug is for the solar panel. When I don't have the third one hooked up and you're only using the two on the roof, there's a little jumper plug that goes in there.
Okay.
It's not ideal, but it also serves as my DC disconnect too, so should something go wrong.
Okay.
Just reach out here, pull that plug real quick, and it disconnects the panels. The bottom one, bottom set of Andersons here, is basically just an auxiliary port for it being outside. So if I want to run little 12-volt lights, a radio or something, we just plug in there and we use it that way.
Cool, cool.
Right now we got it hooked up to run the cell phone charger.
Okay. Great. And I take it this is just a simple 120 plug at the bottom, or is that something different?
It's a standard 120 plug. It's GFI.
Okay.
So in case something does happen outside, you know, it shorts in water, whatever the case might be, it trips.
Right.
It's not wired standard on the inside though. It doesn't run directly into a panel. My outlets inside are wired as a standard house outlet.
Okay.
This outlet plugs into those.
Okay.
Think about it. What's my big thing here so far? Redundancy.
Redundancy.
If that goes down, we lose the power pole. What happens? This plug would go dead, right?
Right.
Not with that plug being plugged in. We unplug it out of there, plug it into the inverter. Now we got 120 again.
Interesting.
But the thing is to keep in mind, not all GFIs will play nice with all inverters.
Okay.
This one works nice with mine, I'm pretty sure, because I have a sine wave inverter. It's one of the higher end ones. It puts out cleaner power than what utility places put out.
Right.
Sine wave inverters generally don't like these. They'll cause them to trip. We have to leave and turn on.
Okay.
That's just something to keep in mind.
Got you. And I take it the other connections down there, your water and things like that.
Right, that's for your gray water drain directly out of the sink, because we don't have holding tanks on here.
Okay.
This is actually a setup for hot water heater when I'm running it.
Okay.
Your city water goes in here, just like any other camper.
Okay.
So it's your check valve to keep everything from pushing back.
Okay.
It loops through, comes out here as a cold line, up through my water heater, and back in as hot. So if nothing's being used, take it off, take the hoses off, put the caps on, no bugs to worry about, nothing to worry about cleaning out.
Okay. And typically, this is not a setup you're going to see on a commercial unit.
No. In fact, I've never seen it on there.
Okay.
You figure most commercial units, they have the ones that are inbuilt.
Okay.
Usually some little cabinet on the outside somewhere that's already there and accessible.
Interesting. Interesting. Would you say that this is much more efficient than what's commercially available?
Efficient? No, not necessarily.
Okay.
You got to take the time to fabricate all this. You need to know how to put everything together. You need to figure where you're going to put everything on here.
Okay.
Actually, I got kind of lucky with this. The water panel was in first.
Okay.
And went to add the outlet later and literally came up within about a quarter inch of having to cut the frame. So yeah, I got lucky on that one.
Okay. Okay.
So if you are going to take on these projects, do a lot of measuring first.
Measure twice, cut once. Actually, in this case, just measure a whole lot and make sure you got it, then you cut. All right. Now, Dave, you said that there's how many watts of panels up there?
All total, 330.
330 watts of panel. Okay. And then you guys can kind of see that panel that's right there. That's the one that we were talking about earlier that you saw in the shot. This just kind of gives you an idea. This is a 12-foot box, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
12 foot, not including the point.
Not including the point. Then you got, it's a single axle. This is something he built. And again, redundancy, efficiency, and it works. Sometimes that's just, what you got to do. So let's get a look at some other things really quick, and we'll check out the setup. All right, you say we're going to start right up to here?
Yeah, we're going to start where the power comes in, all the water comes in, and show you the mess that's under there.
All right.
Now, keep in mind, things are a little disorganized right now with field day.
Yeah. In case you guys don't know, field day is when we go out and we play radio as if the world is coming to an end.
So give me just a minute, get this out of here, and you can see what's in here.
All right, show us what we got.
All right, let's start right down here where everything comes in. This is the big plug you see outside, that big round one,
Okay.
where the line coming in. Notice it's all completely enclosed there.
Yep.
No exposed terminals, no shock hazards.
Okay.
Goes up into a breaker box.
All right.
All the breakers in here, they're all wired to NEC standards.
Okay.
So if it's able to go into a house or an RV, that's how it's wired here.
Okay.
This is grounded to the chassis as well.
Okay.
So if anything should touch the trailer, the skin on the trailer don't become hot and have a shock hazard on it.
Gotcha.
Now, should point out, my wires on here.
Okay.
Yes, I know they're not correct.
Okay.
This should not be common Romex wire.
Okay.
It should be stranded wire.
Okay. Why is that? Can you explain that? Because I know somebody's going to ask.
There's a little phenomenon with copper. It's called work hardening.
Yes.
If you take a piece of copper and just constantly bend it back and forth, sooner or later it'll snap.
Right.
If you make those pieces smaller, they snap less easy.
I gotcha.
So you want to keep the same gauge of wire. So if you're going 14 solid, you want to go with 14 stranded.
Okay.
But make it stranded. It's flexible. It's designed to withstand vibration.
Got it.
All right, and from there, get under here, give you a little tour.
And we're not 20 anymore, so bear with us if you hear grunts, cracks, and screams and stuff.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And also stabs in the head from screws.
Yeah.
We got a little bit of PVC plumbing here.
Okay.
This is what I was showing you outside. Basically, cold water comes in through the check valve, up through this little manifold.
Okay.
Now, you notice I got this valve just hanging here.
Yeah.
It's not going anywhere because this is also designed to take a freshwater tank should I actually want to put it in here or go boondocking.
Got it.
Don't have that problem here. We got water outside if we want to use it. So no sense bringing the tank.
Perfect.
But when it's on there, it clips over this. I can open that up and actually have this set up a couple different ways.
Okay.
I can bring water in from here, fill my tank.
Okay.
I also have it set up that I can suck water out of a bucket if I have to and fill that tank.
Okay.
This pump also can supply water coming out of that tank to the sink,
Okay.
to the loop for the hot water.
Loop for the hot water.
Loops out there, comes back up here.
Okay.
Real simple.
Gotcha.
Now, there's, again, not the ideal way to do things. I mean, you should be using, I believe it's called PEX now.
Right.
This is CPVC. Is it
Okay.
the best thing to use? Absolutely not. It doesn't like vibration, but it's what I had at the time to work with.
Okay.
So,
And this is your build. You can do whatever you want.
right.
Okay.
And this is one of those kind of things that's constantly a work in progress.
Gotcha.
You know, you find something you don't like, change it.
And I think that's the thing with DIY trailers in general. I mean, you can move and work and shape however you want, whenever you want. That's the beauty of it.
All right, let's move over a little bit here.
Okay.
Something I see some DIYers don't do. No fuse block. Everything in here is fused.
Okay.
Get that tucked up out of the way for a minute. Everything in here is fused from the outlets to the outside, to our lighting circuit, to whatever goes up on top, to the outside lights I have hooked up. Everything is fused,
Okay.
in and out. Now, if you notice, I got this little small battery here.
Yes.
It's the brake battery, the one for the breakaway switch.
Oh, yeah.
There's no sense in having it sit outside when I have all the charging power in here.
Makes perfect sense.
Well, but here's the catch. According to DOT, that battery has to be independently charged. It can't run off of any other system, at least from my research.
Okay.
Which doesn't really make any sense because if you see a dump trailer, they have no breakaway battery. They're running off the hydraulic pump battery.
Interesting.
Which, like I said, it's one of those things that don't make any sense to me.
Okay.
I don't have it hooked up at the moment because my wires are broke. I gotta make new ones. But when it is working, there's a diode that goes in here. Prevents any kind of backfeeding from this battery into the rest of them.
Okay.
And I don't have to worry about charging it off the truck. It charges off the full-time panels. So that battery is always charged.
And that's charge off your solar. Okay.
Right.
Gotcha.
And like I said, with the diode, I don't have to worry about it backfeeding into anything else.
Okay.
So if for some reason these would go dead, or whatever the case would be, my breakaway battery would still work.
Got it.
Then coming around a little further here,
All right.
200 amp hours of lithium battery
Okay.
and another 50 amp hour lithium battery.
Okay.
So total 250 amp hours. But what's interesting with the idea with my system, again, is expandability and redundancy. These two are wired in hard.
Okay.
And you can notice here 4-gauge cable.
Right.
They're not going anywhere. They're also in a steel retainer that holds these going down the road.
Okay.
But we can take this little one if for some reason we need to, say, run something outside. We come up here, my system can disconnect. You can take this battery outside, use it, do what you got to do.
And that is an Anderson power pole, right?
All Andersons in here.
Okay.
And then when we get done, we plug it back in. Now it's back on the bank.
Cool.
And yes, I know the wiring is all over the place. It's just one of those things I haven't got to yet.
But this is your build, so you can do that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now this I'm not particularly proud of, but it's what I had to do to make it work.
What is that?
This was a 30 amp fuse.
Okay.
This was the original disconnect for the solar panels on the roof.
Okay.
Notice it's tapped off with these little 2 small wires.
Yep.
They're the ones that go outside for adding a 3rd panel in.
I got you.
That's why that whole plug's set up the way it is.
Got it.
This should be set up with DC circuit breakers to cut anything off if it should go wrong. Again, it's the way I did it. I'm not particularly proud of it and saying it's right, but that's the way I did it.
Okay.
Coming around a little further. Both these batteries are feeding through this shunt.
Okay.
The shunt is just a fancy way of measuring current. How much it's either being charged or discharged.
Got it.
That's set up to read everything on this system.
Okay.
Power going in and out.
Okay.
You may have heard the term net metering.
Yes.
That's exactly what this does.
Perfect.
So let's say, for instance, I got a 10 amp load drawing 10 amps out of the battery,
Right.
but I'm also charging at 10 amps. So plus 10 plus a minus 10 gives you 0.
Right.
My shunt would show 0 charge.
Okay.
Now, if I was only drawing 5 amp, it would show a 5 amp charge.
Okay.
So that monitors the whole system as far as how much energy I'm using, what all is available. There's the charge controller.
All right.
So Victron, the way they do things, they actually kind of do an interesting system the way they number things. Notice we got 2 separate numbers.
Yes.
The 100 on there is the maximum input voltage.
Okay.
So I can wire a series of solar panels up to 100 volts.
Okay.
You want to keep in mind you want to have some headway on there though.
Okay.
Bright spikes, cooler temperatures, they can drive your voltage higher.
Okay.
The 30 on this one means 30 amp maximum output.
Okay.
So this is where it gets a little confusing for some people. I'm a 12 volt system.
Okay.
At 30 amps, that's 360 watts of power.
Yes.
So in theory, I could put 360 watts of power up there. But these charge controllers are 12 volt and 24 volt. It depends whatever you hook them up to at the moment.
Okay.
But at 24 volt, it still will take 30 amp.
Got it.
So that 360 watts of power is now 720.
Got it.
That's some of the math that throws some people. And that's one of the things you got to keep in mind.
Okay.
Now, kind of hard to see back here, but there's the power inverter. Long blue box.
Okay. I got it.
All right. That's wired through 4-gauge cable through a 100 amp circuit breaker.
Okay.
So when it's pulling full load, all 1200 watts, that 100 amp circuit breaker is working at its max.
Okay.
So if it would short, that would trip that out, keep everything in check.
Okay.
And the output of that inverter, instead of running to a separate set of sockets, I bring it over to this. And this is where the redundancy part comes in again.
Okay.
So instead of trying to find that plug back here all the time, you get this. It's nice and easy to work with.
Okay.
So in an instance today, what happened? Power went out. I need to keep the fridge running. I unplug the fridge from there, plug it into there, turn my inverter on. And now my fridge is running on batteries.
Gotcha.
Or if I want to put that outside socket online, unplug the socket, I plug it in there. Now my outside socket is on the inverter.
And that's what you were talking about earlier.
Right.
Gotcha.
It's not a standard way to do it. It's not an approved way to do it. It's my way to do it.
Gotcha.
And that's the sole purpose of having that outlet down here. It's just for the fridge and that other outlet.
Got it. Got it. Got it.
Other than that, that's pretty well standard down here.
Okay.
Nothing really special. This is stuff you can find online. I think I actually got the fuse panel from a boat store.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's Blue Sea Systems, I think it was.
Okay.
The sink, that's all recycled out of the old camper I had when a tree crushed it.
Okay.
So that's why some of the things in here look like they don't quite fit. It's because they're recycled.
Yeah, I got you.
And now the fun part, getting up out of here.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let y'all see that. Give me a second. And ready when you are.
As far as decking out the inside of this, there's about as many ways to do this as there are drops of water in the ocean. This is a very simple setup. I don't need a whole lot when I go camping, because my idea of camping is spending more time outside than in the trailer.
Okay.
Simple 2x4 shelf, that's your countertop. These, they're just cut to match the wedge of the building, give me a little bit of extra storage space.
Okay.
Really nothing much to them, basic carpentry.
Yep.
Obviously, I'm not a very good carpenter.
But you got a great ice maker. So that's what you guys are hearing in the background.
Well, it's an okay ice maker. It works.
Okay.
We'll just leave it at that.
All right.
Heading around here, you can say it's unfinished walls. There's no sense in painting it.
Okay.
But do have the HF radio there just in case anything would happen.
Yeah, you got to have an HF rig. I'm with you on that.
This time of year, hurricanes or anything.
Yep.
Nothing really to show there except a really simple bid.
Right. And then don't forget, you got to have.
Oh, yeah.
AC.
And got to have it cranked up to the max.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to take a look at this or not, but this is the secondary panel.
Okay. All right. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's a secondary. That's solar panel. Okay.
One panel, 375 watts.
Yeah, it's called redundancy, people. Well, we are all about being prepared.
You got a little custom switch box here.
Yep.
3D printed, nothing crazy.
Oh, yeah, let's take a peek. There you go.
Although I am particularly proud of that panel. It's CNC milled.
Yeah. How did you get the windows in?
The windows, again, recycled parts out of the old camper.
Okay.
Notice here, I got a couple of screws over top the window. This originally had studs in there.
Right.
So I had to cut through the studs.
Okay.
Problem is, when you cut through the studs, now you weaken your wall.
Right.
So inside of here, along this whole edge, there's a steel frame made out of the same material that the frame's made out of, or the rest of the trailer's made out of. That frame is then welded in what was cut out.
Okay.
All the rigidity is back where it belongs.
Gotcha.
I wouldn't do that without having a frame behind it.
Okay.
I mean, you could, or
But
take
you
a
want to
big
do
chance.
It. Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right, so quick question for you. Now that we've taken a look at your unit, and by the way, it's lovely. What you did was ingenious. I gotta ask a question, because somebody out there wants to know too. Compare what you did to a normal trailer. Where are the shortcomings that they have, and how do you feel that your build may be either better or maybe not, so you could improve somewhere? Like, give me an idea of how you feel about current builds versus what you got.
Let's start with the basic structure itself.
Okay.
Box on wheels.
Yep.
If you look at theirs, the construction of it doesn't really lend itself to being fixed. Not easily anyway.
Okay.
Granted, mine doesn't either, but if you had the skill set to work with metal, it's an easy fix.
Okay.
And I guess you can make the argument, yeah, a carpenter could fix the other ones too.
Yeah.
But the question really comes down to, would you want something that's a solid frame, or would you want something that's stapled together? At least that's how I look at things.
Fair enough.
Me personally, I know how things are built. I know what I like to say. And I don't like something that I can just grab the wall and literally rip it off.
Okay.
Now, that's older RVs I have experience with there. Newer ones, are they better? Possibly.
No.
Don't know. Haven't looked at one lately.
They're not.
The shortcomings, yeah, mine could be a better setup. There could be more options, a way to put things in there.
Okay.
There could be better ways to do a layout on it. There could be a better size trailer to use. There's so many different variables there. It has to be done by the individual. And
the difference, I guess, between buying a box unit from Coachman versus you doing it is you're 100% in control.
So if you want an option in there, put it in. If you don't want it in, leave it out. It's not like a package deal where you have to get this package to get a certain option.
So we did talk a little bit earlier in the day about there was a park that basically said, no, you can't come. And we're going to assume that it was RVI certification issues, although we know deep down inside that's not exactly what it was. You guys saw the 10-year rule. If you didn't, go back and watch that video, because there's an interview in there where we talk about that. However, I just want to ask you this. Based on what you have, how much safer is your build? Because there are DIYers out there that are looking at doing this. And I want you guys to listen to what he's about to say. How much safer is your Spartan trailer?
You really can't say for sure exactly how much safer it is. What you can say is you know how it's built. You know what went into it, you know how it's wired, you know what goes where. You buying something of somebody else's, they're following a factory plan. Do you know what the plan is?
No, I checked Google, it's not there.
That's exactly my point.
Yeah.
So would you want something that you know inside and out, upside down and backwards? Or would you want to try to fix something on the side of the road that you don't know? And I'll give you another example, and this is one I've seen lately.
Okay.
I believe it was in California somewhere. It was a partial bridge collapse or something. It was like a construction
Sounds like
trailer.
California.
It was like a construction work trailer. It was basically one of these. In that same shot they got, there was a camper, like a pull behind bumper tow. The camper was demolished, okay? We're talking taken off down to the frame. The construction trailer, the back end of it was crushed down a little bit, but people could have walked out of it.
So for you guys looking at a DIY and you have friends that want to talk trash to you about, oh, well, you should just do this, or maybe instead of putting the money, time, and energy into this, go buy something else. Now you have a different perspective of that, because the reality is sometimes if you have the skill set, you are better off and much more comfortable dealing with something that you constructed because you know what's in it. And I'm going to ask this final question. You may answer it, you may not, but I'm going to ask. Do you believe that your specs and your build are better than what's being put in now?
If they're not better, I'd say they're at least equal to.
Okay. That's fair.
Yep. And then again, like I said, that's my beliefs in it, all because I know what's in it.
But you're definitely up to at least the standard of code that, let's say, RVIA would want.
Yes. And I know it built the code. I had the code manual. They were reading it while I was doing it. Is it a little excessive? Possibly.
Okay. But it's yours.
Exactly.
And then there's a sense of pride because your hands built it.
Okay, we'll go with that.
I like that. I like that. Listen, y'all, if you're talking about a DIY build, don't be scared of it. The only thing Dave is saying is do it right. Do your homework, do your research, and put your heart and soul into it. Because at the end of the day, you built it. Your name is going to go on it. And at the end of the day, don't worry about Parks talking about you can't come. There are plenty of other places that you can go, hang out. And quite frankly, if you got friends like we might even sneak you in. I'm just saying, you never know. You know, let's become friends. Especially if you become a subscriber. Yeah, I might just decide to sneak you in. I'm just kidding. You can subscribe without, me sneaking you in, but y'all didn't see that. I'm almost 50. I'm tripping over rocks, but you get my point. I'm still gonna be your friend whether you subscribe or not. But nevertheless, it would be nice if you hit that like and subscribe button for more content like this, because this is the type of stuff that RVers don't talk about. This is the type of stuff that we need to start talking about, because this community, there is not always one right way to do everything. There's a right way, there's definitely a wrong way, but there's a whole lot of gray area in the middle where you can do what you want to do and make it happen. Dave, thanks a lot, man.
Before we go though, I want to add one very important point here.
Hang tight 1 second. Here's the addendum.
If you get into a project like this and you come across something you don't know, let's just say it's electrical for some reason, go in there, definitely research it, and if you still can't find your answers, feel comfortable doing it, contact somebody. Get the help when you need it. There's no shame in saying, hey, I need a little bit of help on a project.
And y'all already know, email address right here. Hit me up, and if I can pass something on to cousin Dave right here, he might be able to help you out. You never know. You got to lean on each other, because at the end of the day, I think David will tell you, we're all we got. And that's just kind of sort of how it goes. So thanks again, man. Thanks so much for showing off
Not a problem.
that wonderful project that you did. And if I had the money right here, he's shaking my hand. I'm looking.
Oh, yeah.
I was hoping he was going to give me the keys to that. But
Yeah. I tell you what, you take over the payment, you can have the keys.
On that note, thank you so much for hanging with the Hazes. We'll see y'all on the next episode. Nah, you can have that payment.